Let's talk about these untapped areas, if you like. That is getting more pensioners back into work and more women into work. I mean, I feel like these two issues have been talked about for so long with no action. We've had today, Peter Dutton, the opposition leader, calling for pensioners to work. The Business Council saying they want to see more paid parental leave. You've had the farming sector, the National Farmers Federation, saying just get on with it. Who cares whose idea it was? Let's just do it. What's your sense? I know you're not here, but you speak to everyone in government. I'm sure you're hounding them for a ticket. I don't know why that didn't happen, but anyway. It's your sense that these things will happen. They just need, a bit of sparkle and shining light around it, and the government will do it in their own time?
I do think these are some really quick, easy wins, and I think that we need to be really hopeful that that is going to happen. Word on the street, and I have been a part of all the roundtables coming up to today's two-day summit. I don't know why I wasn't invited, but we'll move on from there. But I really do think that we need some quick, easy wins. Let's be honest, we're coming up to Christmas time. Now, we're talking about all the costs of increasing of doing business, rent, food, electricity. If we don't have staff to be able to bring in the revenue, they can't make ends meet. We're coming up to the time of the year where they need to be able to make money. So it's critical that we find some very quick, fast turnarounds.
Belinda, we talked about skills. There's a massive TAFE announcement. Anthony Albanese dropped this in his opening speech at this summit. $1.8 billion, 180,000 fee-free places. Is that going to help you?
I think it's part of assistance. I would have loved to have also seen some support there when it comes to the private RTOs. I think that there's a huge amount of dropouts when it comes to apprenticeships and traineeships. There's been no change in the way that we deliver training. We really need to be looking at moving forward with better ways to deliver that training and getting the outcomes. It's very hard right now when you look at just often those apprenticeships are targeted to young. We need to also be looking at training and education for the mature age. What support can we put there to help people to re-enter our industry, get some skills? And they're not always the long-term 4-year, 3-year, 2-year courses. We need to be really just honing down to what they need and then helping them. So I love the announcement. I do think it's a fancy title. I don't think it's the answer is probably, but I want the support. I really want to make sure we do get kids in and we get mature in and we do get some skilled people. But that's a long-term strategy, not a short-term strategy.
Belinda, before I let you go, it's not all about a skilled workforce, but I do appreciate that your sector is highly skilled, but it's about labour as well, an unskilled workforce. How much of that are the problems, if you can give us a percentage of, what you need there? And is it migration from your perspective? Is that the answer?
So the top roles right now are actually front of house roles. They are barista, front of house staff, 10,000 front of house managers, wait staff. They're the top roles. Now, we do need some support from overseas. At the moment, none of those roles are available on the skills priority list. We need to be making it easier. We need to get people into the country to help us in those front of house roles to be able to continue working and operaing, to be able to
right. So you're saying
the
these traditional roles, front of house, what have they just not been seen as skills roles, and you saying now they need to be on the skills list?
Well, I'm saying at the moment to be able to get some quick fixes. We had 100,000 people leave our industry through COVID. They either went back home overseas or they moved into other areas. So it's a massive gap to have 100,000. Even today on Seek, it's 102,000 positions are available in hospitality. Now, that's a huge amount of jobs to be filled in a very short amount of time. So I think that we need to be looking at opportunities for permanent migration, for pathways to be able to get people to come in overseas for lifelong possible support here and working and supporting our industry again.